What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only NIO stock, what you should be looking after for the future. I'm also going to break down why on earth the market does appear to be showing signs of some bearish price action that may come very soon. Now, I'm not saying that NIO in the market are going to be red tomorrow. I do believe that very soon, though, by next week, we are going to see some very bearish price action. I do think that we're going to see NIO drop with the overall market. I'm going to show you why on earth that is, what evidence do we have of this claim, and why you should be very prepared for this ASAP. And before I break anything down, I got to mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner. Don't take any of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Weeble link down below and in the description. If you sign up for Weeble, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed 6 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500. And you can always sell these 6 free stocks for cash and use that cash to buy some NIO shares for free. It's a limited time offer. It ends in just 4 days, so please check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So NIO was up about 0.84% for the day, and we were actually testing that $20 level of support again, but overall we are still a little bit red in the after hours. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we have to be red for tomorrow. In fact, we could have a green day tomorrow, but unfortunately, let's just be real. Right now, NIO is respecting a bit of a downward trend, and it does look like the market is going to just take a hit as we get into next week. And I'm going to show you exactly why. So when looking at the SPY, we can see this right here. The market is trying to turn a little bit red. Tesla just had their earnings. It wasn't necessarily a bad earnings. They beat expectations. They beat on EPS. They were a little bit short on revenue, but overall, it was pretty well. And the thing is, they did sell about 75% of their Bitcoin in order for them to remain cash flow positive. So that may have an effect on the markets. But generally, after big, tech companies like this have their earnings, they could make big moves to the upside. So the market may make a very nice move in the beginning, then see a bit of a dump later on. And I really hate to say that, but that is the uncomfortable truth about Tesla and how it could affect the markets. In the current context, okay, the markets have priced in a 75 basis point hike, but they haven't fully priced in a 100 basis point hike just yet. And there is a lot of speculation that the Fed may be extra aggressive. So with that said, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt could lead to a dump in the markets. It probably will, in my opinion, because look, the FOMC meeting, it's coming up next week on the 27th. That's exactly 1 week from now. This is when the Fed is going to announce what changes they are making. And typically before those meetings, we have big dumps that come for the markets. So we've been seeing the SPY kind of like rally a bit. We saw this nice move. It is possible for SPY to push up just a little bit and fill this gap up here, maybe make a 1 to 1.5% move up before getting a dump. And still is very possible. We are still at this very key resistance level, which would be around that 395 range, just around that area. And the thing about this zone is we could get a rejection already right off this. So I'm anticipating either we start dumping now or we push up a little more, remain kind of sideways, and then we actually start to dump. Because if you look at SPY, the SPY has a gap right here, way down here, to about $382. All right. And then we have another gap down here at 378, and that's most likely going to get filled pretty soon by next week, within the next 7 days, or within the next maybe like 5 trading days. So very soon, we're going to see the SPY take a hit most likely. Also, we have a gap way down here. So I don't know if the SPY is going to drop this hard all the way down to the 368 level, but eventually it most likely will come back down here. I don't know if it's going to happen that soon. It may take a little time, but as of right now, I want you to be prepared for that. So why is the SPY going to take a hit? Obviously, before the FOMC meetings, the market remains very choppy. We often see big dumps, and that typically happens because the market kind of gets prepared and uncertain about what the Fed is going to do. They do appear to be maybe a little bit more on the hawkish side. They most likely will raise the federal funds rate by 75 basis points, in my opinion, but there is the possibility we get 100, and markets may already price that in. All right, so you got to be prepared for that. With that said, if the SPY takes a big hit, which it most likely will, not starting tomorrow, I don't know about tomorrow, but I'm talking about either maybe like Friday or going into Monday of next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are most likely going to see a big hit. And as a result of that, it's going to drag down the whole market. If you look at NIO, it's already respecting a bit of a downward trend. And tomorrow, I mean, it could be anything tomorrow. It could still be green. It should be okay. But Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, NIO is probably going to see some very bearish price action. We might see NIO actually fill the gap down to the 19s and end up kind of in the 18 range. I've been talking about this for a while. People don't like to hear that. I understand your frustration, how you may feel about that. I mean, I'm a NIO holder. I don't like to see NIO drop either. I understand everything, but I want to prepare you for this, all right? I want you to be very prepared. I want you to be calm, cool, and collected during these moments. So I'm not going to do a specific price prediction just for tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow could be either way. It could really go either way. But we are going to test 20 again. And right now, like I said, we've been testing 20 for so long. We broke below it at some points. We may break below it tomorrow. We have a gap down here at 19.2, I think 19.2, 19.3, 19.2. And we're most likely going to fill that soon within the next couple of trading days. And after that, there's no guarantee we just bounce off 19. We could go into the 18s, in my opinion. So I want to prepare you guys for that. All right. I want you to just stay calm, cool, and collected during that phase. Just to let you know, we have some support at 19. I don't think that's going to hold us. The next key zone will be 18.5, and if that doesn't hold us, then 17.8 is possible. But I don't want to talk about 17.8 right now. The key zone and the key area for me is at 19 to 18.5 range. I do think we might see some action here relatively soon. I'm not saying it's going to start tomorrow. Maybe by Friday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I do think NIO is going to come into this range. It is going to drop with the overall markets due to the FOMC meeting, and that's what I think will most likely happen. Now, just because I'm talking about NIO dropping in the short term, it does not mean I lost faith in this company. I'm still insanely bullish. I think the company is going to make the comeback of the century. I think they're going to do very well for 2023, 2024, and the later quarters of this year. I think they're doing fantastic. If you look at the way they're expanding, if you look at their business model, if you look at their customer service, they're doing very well with the new cars. I mean, if you look at NIO Global, you could see that on July 7th, the COP15 Youth Scientific Expedition, it's called the Hainan Project, was held successfully. And NIO was an ecological co-constructor to basically encourage youth in conserving marine biodiversity. So in my opinion, this is another amazing piece of news because NIO is really pushing people. It's really empowering people to conserve our environment, really protect ecosystems, and work very hard to solve problems that would be huge for the future of our planet, our survival, and so on and so forth. So, still a great company with an absolutely fantastic purpose, a fantastic vision, and I just see their company improving as years go on. Short term, yeah, NIO is probably going to come back to this low range, like I said. Long term, next year, the year after, I could see this thing going to the 80s, the 90s, $100, $200 a share in the years to come. So I'm still insanely bullish. The company just needs time, so be calm, cool, and collected. All right, stay patient and do what you have to do. Now that you have this information, now that you are foreseeing a move many days before it most likely will happen, right? You could prepare now. Do what you have to do. If you want to sell covered calls, if you want to do something else, it's up to you. I put the information out there. I'm not giving financial advice. This is just what I'm putting out there. So last thing I'm going to do is just do a quick technical analysis aspect of it. If you look at the EMAs, and let me pull up the MACD and RSI real quick, you could see we got the 1348 EMA crossover in the daily was here. NIO pushed up, and we're about to see a crossover down. It's a little bit hard to see. I apologize. We're getting close to a crossover down, which is a very bearish signal. And then right here, we got a signal line and MACD crossover showing NIO is respecting a downward trend. RSI is dropping too. Once again, we're not showing bullish divergence or bearish divergence. It's more like we're just dropping with the trend, and we're continuing to respect the downtrend. So like I said before, it's looking kind of bearish. Tomorrow could be, it could be a green day, doesn't matter. But Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I do anticipate some downside for the markets, and NIO will get dragged down too, most likely, in my opinion. With that said and done, thank you for listening. Please have a great rest of the day. Please enjoy. And remember, NIO is still very amazing for the long term. You just got to be patient. So thank you. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. NIO to the moon, and peace out.